You are now tuned in to the Kicking It Dolo YouTube channel, the Litty Sports YouTube channel.
Clap the room, I'm coming through. They wanna see what I'm about. Yeah, I got skills, do it for the thrill. I'm on a paper route. Extra, read about.
Whoa, what's going on? It's your boy Dolo Jan. Welcome back to the Kicking It Dolo podcast, a sports podcast where we talk about football and basketball, past, present, and future, top 5, top 10 stats, and more. So without further ado, let's get right into the episode. All right, so today, mainly going to be another I wouldn't say strictly, but a majority football episode. Maybe the last 5 or 10 minutes, I'll talk about the Lakers and the Mavs game, which just transpired. I'm recording this roughly around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. As you can see, I got bags under my eyes, man. But I still got to bring this content for y'all, man. So y'all make sure y'all bear with me, man. And if I make a mistake here or there, just know it's due to me being tired. But I'm going to start with the AFC first. We already know the Kansas City Chiefs, basically, Instagram. But we already know the Kansas City Chiefs basically end up securing the number 1 seed, beating the Las Vegas Raiders. 31-13, I believe the score was. So yeah, it left the Bills. They had to win to get the number 2 seed, which they did. They ended up beating the New England Patriots and knocking the New England Patriots out. So the Bills will be going against the Dolphins, given the fact that the Dolphins are the 7th seed, given the fact that they won and the Patriots lost. I believe the Buffalo Bills will win this game. I got them winning maybe 28-10, maybe 17. The Dolphins, for the most part, in my opinion, is going to be the quarterback struggles. I believe Skylar Thompson is going to start again. And the Buffalo Bills, they're only 2 weeks removed from that DeMar Hamlin thing. Last week, they came out and played inspired. Naeem Hines did his thing, man, taking the opening kickoff back 96 yards, then taking another kickoff back 101 yards. Josh Allen with 2 deep bombs. One to John Brown for 42 yards, and I think another one to Stephon Diggs. I believe that was I want to say maybe it was a 55-yarder, I believe. But, yeah, the boys just playing inspired defense. Yes, that is my squad, and my pick may be a little biased, but it's that they playing inspired, and it's the fact that, like I said, Skylar Thompson is not going to be. He's a rookie, and Teddy Bridgewater, I don't know if he fractured or broke the thumb on his throwing hand. He threw an interception, I believe, 2 weeks ago, and he tried to make a tackle as quarterbacks do, and he injured his hand and never went back in the game. I see him on the sideline. He was throwing the football, basically trying to give it a go, but it was wraps, man. It wasn't nothing you could do with that, bro. Ain't nothing you can do that. So yeah, I got the Bills winning 28-10. I could possibly see the Miami Dolphins scoring 17 points and maybe even holding the Bills to maybe even 21 points. But at the end of the day, I feel like the Bills still gonna win. So the next matchup in the AFC basically is gonna be the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Baltimore Ravens. The 3-6 matchup. I believe the Bengals will win this game. I believe they'll win maybe 21-13. That's what I had the score being before we learned that Lamar Jackson will not be playing this weekend. I believe it's just the contractual thing and the fact that he's not been playing for a month. I just think it's too much. I don't think he wants to go out there and put his body on the line in a playoff game, knowing that 9 times out of 10 they're probably not going to make the Super Bowl, and he's trying to get $300 million straight up guaranteed. So yeah, I don't see himself putting himself in the risk. So due to me knowing that, I believe the team is going to be a little bit more deflated. These 2 teams did just play last week, and it was a 27-16 game. But I believe it's going to be 28 to maybe, I say 28-13. Like I said. And I believe the Bengals are also inspired, by the DeMar Hamlin situation. Maybe not because that was their teammate. Yes, that was their brethren. They're a brother of the league, a comrade, if you would say, a co-worker, how you would look at it. But at the same time, with that game being canceled, they didn't have any shot of winning the number 1 seed. Before that game, they had an outside shot. So I think they have a lot to prove. Joey B, Joe Shiesty, Jamar Chase and the boys, T. Higgins, man. Mentally, I just hope you're all right, dude. That's all I'm gonna say. I just hope you're all right. Yeah, like I said, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, them boys, Joe Mixon, Joe Shiesty, he had the big boy cigar, like he won the ship after he was just going to the playoffs. That's how you know that man confident though, bro. I like it. Joe Shiesty had the big boy cigar, the Michael Jordan cigar. Let me stop playing. But yeah, man. I got the Bengals winning. Straight up. Ravens without Lamar. They had a little chance. I don't know, we cut that. But yeah, so now we have the 4-5 matchup basically in the AFC. We got the Chargers and the Jaguars. Jaguars the 4 seed, Chargers 5 seed. It'll be in Duval, Jacksonville. I slick got the Chargers winning, bro. Even though the Jaguars, they've been on a 5-game winning streak. Trevor Lawrence has definitely made a big improvement from year one, from year two, from year one. I still got the Chargers, bro. It's just something about my boy, Justin Herbert. I'm an Oregon fan, bro. And quick little thing, I just like Nike a lot. So when I found out that the creator of Nike went to Oregon, I just gravitated towards the team. They always had the colorful uniforms. They had always had the pink for the breast cancer. So yeah, all college teams I'm rooting for Oregon. I don't care if it's lacrosse. I don't, even if it's a sport that I don't watch, like let's say it's like college golf or something, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm going for it. I live in Georgia, but I'm going for Oregon. That's just what it is, bro. That's my team. That's just the background of. Have I ever been there? No. A lot of people like to throw that out there. You ain't never been there. It don't matter, bro. I like the team. That's just what it is. But yeah, I think my boy Justin Herbert gonna pull it out. Palmer, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Eckler out the backfield, man. But Jaguars ain't no slouch though, bro. I can also see them winning this game too. I can see them winning 28-24 as well. Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Etienne, Marvin Jones Jr., Zay Jones, Evan Ingram, Christian Kirk has really been wonderful for them being their number one wide receiver, bro. Him bringing Evan Ingram in, who's like a hybrid, like he has the speed, route running ability of a wide receiver, but Evan, they're gonna list him as a tight end, but Evan Ingram's a receiver, bro. I just think he's just like a slot receiver, in my opinion. But he's a good tight end, But I got the Jaguars. I got the Chargers winning, bro. I just feel like the fact that they didn't make the playoffs last year, I think it was down to the last week. I think the Bengals end up squeaking in or something like that, taking their spot. This season hasn't went the best. I believe they made. They still made the playoffs. Don't get me wrong, and they're the 5 seed. So it's like you're only the Chiefs are probably the only reason why you're not in the top 4 because you're in the same division as them. And we thought the AFC West was just going to be some type of dog out, like JR say from wrestling, slobber knocker, of a conference this season. And ultimately, underperformed. Russ didn't really do too well. Derek Carr didn't do too well. He stepped away from the team. I believe they're going to part ways. He's going to just try and find somewhere else to go. Derek Carr, I don't know. I would say Indianapolis, but it's just like every time Indianapolis gets like a good quarterback. Now, Phillip Rivers did his thing. Led them to the playoffs. They just met the Buffalo Bills, But Phillip Rivers did his thing. And then Carson Wentz came in, and it's just like, And then Matt Ryan came in, and it's just like, So, I can see Derek Carr going to Indianapolis. But at the same time, I don't know. Jonathan Taylor would be good, but they have number one wide receiver, bro. They do not have a number one wide receiver. So they need to get a number one wide receiver via draft, free agency. Jack Doyle's still there. They're still pretty good. I like him. Michael Pittman is good, but they need a bona fide number one, man. Bona fide number one. But enough about the Colts, though. I got the Jaguars winning. Chargers. I don't know why I keep saying Jaguars, bro. But yeah. So now we're gonna move to the NFC. We already know the Eagles took the number 1 seed. Basically, we kind of figured from like maybe week 7, week 8, maybe week 9, bro. We knew the Eagles was gonna be the top team, bro. We just knew it. Now towards the end, once the Jalen Hurts injury happened, it kind of left a slim chance for the Cowboys to win the division and also a very slim chance for them to hit number 1 seed. It literally came down to the last week. The Cowboys put up a stinker against Washington, but it's a divisional game. Like I said last episode, it was a divisional game. And they were the first team to beat the Eagles, so can't think they were that bad. Like at a point in time for it was like a 2, maybe 3 week period, bro. 2, maybe 3 week period where every single team in the NFC East was in playoff. Like Cowboys was at 5, Giants was at 6, Commanders was at 7, the Eagles was at 1. I was like, God, dog, bro. The whole division gonna get in. Like, it ain't nobody from nowhere else gonna get in. The whole division was like, I was like, oh man. But some things happen. Aaron Rodgers didn't take care of business. But yeah. But yeah, so San Fran's the number 2 seed, Seattle's the number 7 seed, so it will be an NFC East divisional matchup. I got San Fran winning 28-17. I believe the majority of people got San Fran winning. Their defense, bro. It's just on another level right now. And then, Kyle Shanahan is just putting Brock Purdy in the right positions, bro. He has a plethora of weapons. You got Kittle at tight end. You got Debo at wide back. You got McCaffrey at wide back. You got Ayuk at you got Ayuk, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's another guy they have. It's another wide receiver that I cannot remember his name at the present point in time. But yeah, San Francisco, man, them boys is. Now, Brock Purdy, this is gonna be the playoffs. I don't believe, to the best of my knowledge, Geno Smith has played in the playoffs either, but he is the more experienced quarterback. But I just think it's gonna be a lot. I mean, a lot for Seattle to handle. Geno Smith, he's been playing good this season, broken the Seattle Seahawks franchise record for passing yards in the season. I wouldn't say he's playing up to the level we expect Geno Smith to play to when he was drafted by the New York Giants, but he's playing closer to that than when he's been playing to, if that makes sense. But it's been a good season, because at the beginning they had Geno Smith, Drew Lock, and was it Joshua Dobbs? I think Joshua Dobbs started on the Seattle Seahawks to begin the season. But we were really thinking, and then they didn't draft one, so we was just like, Pete Carroll, what are you doing, bruh? Come on, bruh. So you got these 3 guys, and you're not gonna draft nobody? Like, we just thought, like, the man, he was a madman, bro. But riding the ship, Geno Smith was, I don't know, like I said, in my Russell Wilson trash video, man, Geno Smith hit him with that Captain Ginyu technique when you shoot the beam and switch bodies with you. That's what he did, bro. Right before he got traded, last time he talked to him, dapped him up. If he dapped him up right before he got traded or whatever, he hit him with the Captain Ginyu, bro. No way. Or in passing or something, he hit him with the Captain Ginyu, bro. But yeah, like I said, San Fran 28-17. I got them winning. Defense too much. Purdy been looking really purdy. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But he been looking purdy. As far as like football. You know what I'm saying? It's been, you get it. But you got the 3-6 matchup. Minnesota versus the Giants. I got the Giants winning this game, bro. 24-17. Brian Dable, former offensive coordinator of the Buffalo Bills. Him and Daniel Jones, I believe, I think they got some type of thing, something like how Josh Allen has with McDermott. I believe that's like the beginnings of that. Dable is more of an offense. Like I said, he's a former offensive coordinator, so he's more of an offensive-minded coach. So I believe, the wavelength between him and his quarterback is gonna, it feels like it's doing pretty good. Daniel Jones has been playing better this season. They still had a few hiccups. But at one point in time, they were second in the division, but it was very early. But they remained in playoff contention for the majority of the season. Kirk Cousins, man, we don't know what version of Kirk Cousins we gonna get, bro. We don't know if we gonna get 5 chains or Mr. Help Me. I don't know. And I call him Mr. Help Me because, like, when he's getting pressured and he's sitting there and it's looking like he's just praying for somebody to get open, enough time, it look like he's just, help me, bro. Help me. Y'all ain't gonna help me, bro. Y'all ain't gonna block. No? That's why I just call Kirk Cousins Mr. Help Me, bro. as the podcast go along, you're gonna see me have a lot of nicknames for players, certain players. But yeah, it's Mr. Help Me for sure. So yeah, you got to give my boy Justin Jefferson the ball, bro. That's the only way the Vikings is really gonna win this game. I don't know if James Cook. I believe he was hurt the last game of the season, so I don't know what's the status on that. But if James Cook is not, they're going. I think they still have Madison though, so Madison is a sufficient running back. He's not Cook. He's not Dalvin Cook, of course, but Madison is pretty good. But can't be Mr. Help Me. You gotta be 5 chains, Kurt. 5 chains. You know what I'm saying? Not Mr. Help Me. This Mr. Help Me ass. Not that. Help me, cause I can't throw the ball. Stop. But yeah, bro, Mr. Help Me, bro. Yeah, but I got the Giants winning, man. Giants winning, and that leaves the very last game. The GOAT versus America's team, Monday night. Of course, they will put this game as the only game of the day. It just kind of seems right. It's kind of weird though that they will have a game on Monday night though. But whole weekend of football. Ain't nothing wrong with that with me. I like basketball and football. So I appreciate you, NFL. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? Extra game stretched out a little bit. I'll take that. But Bucks, Cowboys. I got the Cowboys winning. 21-17. Brady just does not have. He doesn't have that Gronk figure nor the running game this season. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, they don't have Gronk, bro. They have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. They don't really have anybody in the slot too much, and the running game has been anemic. I've ran more in the past week than they ran the ball probably the last half season. So yeah, man. But Dallas though, they need to run the ball. Run the ball. Kellen Moore, run the ball. Feed Pollard, run the ball. Set up play action for Dak where you can do the little bootlegs or whatever, the little quick screens or whatever. Or you can take your little shots off the play action downfield, the CD. Or T.Y. Hilton was pretty good too. I think he might do well for them. Is Gallup in the slot? No, I think Gallup is lined up wide. Because I don't have Dalton Schultz. I think T.Y. might be lined up this wide. Or he could be lined up out wide as opposed to CD. But, depending on the formation. The formation, everybody switches positions, all that other stuff. But, yeah, run the ball, set up play action, and Dak cannot throw interceptions, bro. No interceptions, bro. I wouldn't say, I would probably say, yeah, just no interceptions. I know since he came back, I think he came back week 6 from his thumb injury. I know he's thrown at least 9 interceptions, maybe even 10. I think it's maybe 10. Yeah, 10 interceptions. But, yeah, Dak can't really turn the ball over, bro. Given the fact that the Buccaneers are not the Buccaneers, I was about to say Patriots. That's ingrained in my brain. I just think Brady Patriots. That's just what I think. I don't know why. But, yeah, man. The Bucs just don't have what they normally have. Usually Tom Brady might not have the best wide receivers, but he has Gronk. So he ain't got Gronk. He ain't got nobody close to Gronk. Kyle Rudolph wasn't really the best thing. I think Cameron Brate is still injured. And they have them combined is not Gronk. So, and we just gonna call a spade a spade. Them two combined is not Gronk on his worst day. But at the same time, they can, they might be able to pull one out. It's Tom Brady, but nah. Cut that. Pack it up. I feel like Tom Brady's going home. Pack it up. Yeah. But all right. So that just concludes the NFL portion of the episode. So let's get into this Mavericks and Lakers game, bro. A 2 overtime game. The Mavericks ultimately pulled out the victory, 119-115. Luka hit 2 crazy step-back threes. I really don't know why the Lakers let Luka go at really anybody one-on-one, given the fact that they were double-teaming him and trying to force the ball out of his hands. I would rather anybody else on that court take that shot, bro. Reggie Bullock, he only had 7 points. Was Reggie Bullock on the floor? I believe he was on the floor, yeah. Reggie Bullock, yeah. I mean, he a shooter, but not Luka. I'm not letting Luka shoot that, bro. I'm not letting Luka shoot that at all. I I ain't doing that, bro. I ain't doing that. I might close out on Tim Hardaway. I might. But, nah, bro. Nah. I'm not letting Luka shoot. Nah. But he had 35. Luka had 35. Another triple-double. 35 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists. He went 4-9 for 3. 14 of 28 from the field, excuse me. That man put up a triple-double with an ankle and a half. A triple-double with an ankle and a half, bro. Like, at the beginning of the game, I was really like, I was confused. Like, I didn't know what was wrong with him because he kept going, like, holding his legs, his leg sleeves and bent over. So I'm like, is he just tired? Because, everybody knows Luka plays like, 37 minutes a night, 38 minutes a night. I thought he was just tired, bro. He has a left ankle injury. I didn't even know that. That man put up a triple-double, bro, with an ankle and a half. I don't even know if we want to say his whole left ankle was. Do we want to give his left ankle a whole half ankle? We could probably give him like a quarter of an ankle, maybe. But he wasn't moving how he was, normally moving. I mean, he's so smooth though, you wouldn't even tell. I mean, he just gets to his spot and it's just like, bro, nobody can stop this man. Excuse me, I thought I had something in my eye. I did. But yeah, man, it's just like, bro, can anybody stop this man, bro? Can anybody stop this man, bro? Anybody? I said they was getting the ball out of his hand. Now, he was getting buckets in the first half, for sure. But that second half, they were really blitzing him a lot. I think that's where he really got the majority of his assists. Christian Wood, though, man, 24 points, 14 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 blocks. Now, he only went 2 of 6 from 3. He went 10 of 17 from the field. But them 5 blocks, though, man. That man got a block, turned his ankle, came back in the game after a timeout and blocked another shot. I was like, bro, all right, you got it, bro. Me and my homeboy were talking the other day, and he said Christian Wood should start. And I think, if he starts, they ain't got nobody coming off the bench like that, which they don't. Dorian Finney-Smith is injured, but Christian Wood, man, that boy was balling. Tim Hardaway Jr., he wasn't no slouch either. He had 22 points, 8 rebounds. He went 3-11 from 3. But look, like I said earlier, only had 7 points, but he had 9 rebounds. Dinwiddie, though, he had 17 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. But in the second half, really like late fourth quarter, both overtimes, Dinwiddie was just unstoppable, bro. It's like him and Luke. It's like, all right, Luka tied. I got you. I'm finna give you the bucket. And took off with 2 mean dunks. Like it's like that boy had silver limitless takeoff. If if you play 2K, you know what the badge is. The badge that just lets you fly to the rim. It's like that boy had silver limitless takeoff, bro. Now he ain't had a crit drops, but Dinwiddie had that. You know what I'm talking about? That was that silver limitless takeoff, man. Bronze something. It was something, bro. Because he just went to the rim and crammed it, like. Just took flight. Now, these are some incredible athletes. But Spencer Dinwiddie, we already know that you have that silver limitless takeoff. We know that. Okay? You ain't got to fool us. You ain't got to hide it no more. You didn't pull it out the bag. Or, like, how stuff, people have something. You didn't pull it out your pocket. We see it now. It's hanging out your pocket like your phone, man. But, yeah, let's get to the Lakers, though, man. Let's get to the Lakers. Oh, the Mavericks. Starting 5 combined for 105 points. 105 points. 105 points, bro. That means the bench only scored 14 points. That is an all-time low. That's terrible. But the Mavericks also had 16 turnovers, which kind of basically what kept the Lakers in the game. But Russ was doing his thing. He had 28, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 of 6 from 3. 10 of 23 from the field, not the most efficient, but he was being aggressive. First couple, as soon as he came in the game, he went straight to the basket, layup. As soon as he came back into the game, went to the basket again, another layup. Like he did like 3 straight layups. He missed like the third one, but he had like a little, you know what I'm saying, little flex. I wouldn't say a flex moment, but a little tell the boy get big. You know what I'm saying? Russ was really aggressive. I love his energy off the bench. That's exactly what the Lakers need, but they need AD back, bro. LeBron, he had 24 points, 16 rebounds, 9 assists, near triple-double. He went 0 of 9 from 3. 0 of 9 from 3. 9 of 28 from the field. Wenyen Gabriel. I know your name now, sir. Wenyen Gabriel. I now know your name, bro. I was just calling you Gabriel before. Backup center. Wenyen Gabriel. I like the type of energy he brought off. Like, he's kind of like Thomas Bryant. It's like it's kind of cool that they have like two players that play kind of like similar. They're interchangeable. So you can just go with who's ever hot. And Darvin Ham, excuse me. I said Darvin. I'm tired, y'all. Excuse me. But Darvin Ham went with Wenyen Gabriel in the second half because he was getting energy plays. He hit a 3. He was getting putbacks. He was contesting shots. I like that. I like Wenyen Gabriel, bro. I like him. Pause. But type of basketball player he is, yeah, man. So you earn my respect. I now know your first name, sir. I now know your first Wenyen Gabriel. I now know your first name. Dennis Schroeder did not have the best game at all. 7 points, 4 rebounds. He did have 6 assists, 0 of 6 from 3, 3 of 13 from the field in general. Yeah, that's not the it's not what you want from him, especially with Davis out. Kendrick Nunn had 12 points. We went 3 of 8 from 3, 4 of 11 from the field, rebound and assist. The Lakers did win the turnover battle, 56-54, but the Mavericks had 16 turnovers, bro. 16 turnovers, bro. The Lakers only had 9, and that's what really kept the Lakers in the game. Lakers go down, get a basket. Mavericks will do something, they'll score, then the Lakers go down, get another basket, then the Mavericks come down and they just do something they're not supposed to do, and then the Lakers come down, bucket and 1, and then the Mavericks come down, they'll get a basket. It was just a lot of that, bro. It wasn't really trading baskets. It's like the Mavericks were making a lot of mental lapses. A lot of stuff. I feel a couple things that could have been prevented. It's an NBA game, first of all, and people are human beings, so errors are going to occur. You're going to turn the ball over. There's been a few instances where teams haven't turned the ball over in the game, I believe, but for the most part, somebody's going to turn the ball over. Somebody's going to make the wrong decision, or somebody's going to get the ball stolen from them. So, yeah, but the Lakers had 9 turnovers, though. That's pretty good. They had more rebounds than the Mavericks. They only shot 24% from 3. They didn't really hit a lot of threes at the beginning, but, they came along late. Like I said, Westbrook was 3 of 6. You want LeBron to shoot better than 0 of 9 from 3. Like I said, Schroeder 0 of 6. Nunn 3 of 8. He missed a lot of them early. He made a couple down the stretch, but I think he made maybe 1 or 2 in a row, and then he took one that was I believe he took one that was a little ill-advised. Like, nobody on the Lakers was really down court. I think he was just feeling it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think you should took that one, bro. I think you should just pull that back out. Let everybody come down the court, set up. Now, y'all probably were tired. I get it. But at the same time, bro, you should just pull that out, bro. You know what I'm saying? You should, slow the ball down. Wait for your teammates. Set something up. Get a play call. Something. No, bro. I understand you want to be aggressive, but no. And there was another time he went 1 on 3. Bro. Now, if you would have made the layup, it would have been cool, but you didn't. So, you look crazy. No, bro. Don't do that. But I can't say... I ain't going to talk too much because, if I ever was in that situation, I'd probably try to do the same thing. Me, NBA player, bro. I got this. But this has been your boy Dolo J. This has been the Kicking It Dolo podcast. Episode 21, man. Wild card predictions. So I got the Bills, the Bengals, the Chargers, 49ers, Giants, and the Cowboys winning. Crazy game. Double overtime game. Like I said, between the Lakers and the Mavericks. Luka with the 2 step-back threes at the end of regulation. To force the first overtime and the second overtime. So, and then Dinwiddie also come along late. So, I was like, it was a pretty good episode. Pretty good episode. But till next time, man. Peace.